fuck are you?
Are they both working? Am I talking? Is it working now?
Make sure it's working.
Are they both working? Yeah. All right. We've smashed out a good vlog on just some like basic way, of just helping people with a few
general setups, or ideas, I guess. I suppose you getting that sequence right is the biggest thing.
Any more questions or want to know more from Eva, then just chuck us some questions. Speaking of questions, I did ask today on the stories if you had any questions for Asher Rees 3 times back to back. Plato's gonna with this somehow and fucking back. There was a fair few. DM, I just found 10. Thanks for everyone putting them forward. Number 1 is, do you think you can get the 4th 1NZ back to back this coming Superstock season, bro?
If you asked me 12 months ago, I wouldn't have got the 3rd one, but I suppose it is just a luck, you know. It'd be cool too. I guess it hasn't really sunk in that I've done it 3 times already, but it's just got to be done, I guess. If I can do it, I'll do it. Like, you're obviously going to put your best foot forward to do it, so everything's won in the shed. So, yeah, I think if I do everything right this year in the shed, then there's a potential for it, so yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to add a little bit to that, is that I think, was it like what you were just saying, in the previous year and maybe even the second time you got it in a row, did you even think you were then? Like, you're gonna sort of re-get it, you know? Like,
nah, definitely not. Like, obviously there was a year off during COVID, so we didn't run it. So it was sort of dragged on, and then we went to Huntley, and you sort of go there with high hopes. You know, I was the only defending title holder there. Jason was retired, and Mitch was out with a concussion.
Yeah.
So it was quite a big ask to just be there and have everyone on you, you know. So first race, first corner, I was up the wall, flat tyres, wing off, you know, still managed to finish and then bring home 2 wins and qualify. That was the biggest feat, you know. Going to that title defence is the biggest thing.
Yeah. Has anyone done a back-to-back? Yes, they have, hey. Shane Penn did one, I think.
He done. There's been
Boot did
3 or 4.
94.5 or something like that.
2 doubles, yeah, no one's done 3.
And no one's done 3, and no one for sure has done 4. All right, ad drop, cuzzies. We're interrupting this video, and it's a big cheer to SP Tools New Zealand for supplying this mad-ass microphone. Mukka Year Plus has brought to you Hot Rod Todd. Now he's live in the website under the new merchandise promotion. Grab your merch and grab also your chance to win Hot Rod Todd. What would you do with him? Would you race him, bash him up the wall, chuck your loved one in it because you can't drive? I don't know. Let us know in the comments. All of the boring stuff's on the website, T's and C's and whatever else you need to know. So click on the link, get on the website, grab your merch and a chance to win Hot Rod Todd. Where do you think you would be in the sport today without your family?
I probably wouldn't even be in the sport because obviously, like, bigger family like Pete and that, Dad, like, if he didn't do it, I wouldn't be doing it, you know. Like, he was a motocross man, and that's what he was, but he kept breaking his legs, so I thought he'd go speedway racing, you know. Yeah. So I guess without him, I wouldn't be here, but without him, Ethan, Mum, stepdad, like everyone, you know, and my own little family, my wife and my kids and stuff, I'd probably be on a nice holiday somewhere if I wasn't doing this. I'd probably have a nice big house and stuff. So I don't know, they all love doing it. I think they all love coming to do what we do. So yeah, definitely just a family sport, I think, right now.
Yeah, and it's like you can't imagine it without them, because it's like the sacrifice that all of you, not just yourself, the sacrifice that everyone, like you say, wife, kids, fucking mum, dad, whether they're racing or not, that they all put into, I don't know, whether it be making sure there's a dinner when you're home or fucking,
just
you know what I mean, it's like taking care of the kids or bringing them along to the track so that you can still see them during the week because you've been in the shed.
Yeah, well, that's it, you know, it's like going away to race, like racing Auckland or something. I'll generally do that on my own, go race, drive back that night. Kids have hockey on Sundays, you know, or sport, so you get back at 7 and you go straight to sport with them, you know, and that's their little takeout from it, you know, so it's worth it.
How do you recommend to people wanting to get into the sport starting off?
Probably do a bit of research, ask some questions. You don't have to buy the first thing you see, you know. Like, if you get into it, like always come see us or see anyone that's like William, you know, he does set up shops, he does all that. Everyone's pretty generally open in the sport. Just make sure whatever you're getting into is something that you want to commit to, because it's an investment.
Yeah.
It's not just 5 minutes of fun, you know.
Yeah.
Hours in the workshop, you know, you spend 40 hours a week on your own car, let alone everyone else's.
Yeah. I mean, if you haven't actually gone to the track and watched the racing, then that's the first shit to do, eh?
Yeah,
is get to the track, watch the racing, find either the people or
crew
the cars you like,
get involved in it some
idea.
way, you know, like go and crew for someone and just spin some spanners, see what's involved, you know, go there during the week if they have a crew night and just help out, you know, you'll get an idea of
That's actually a
real
good idea, eh? I like that one. That's as in go to the freaking track, see if you can crew and help with someone, with a team or whatever, eh? Or even just during the shed nights if you can't make the
weekends or something,
track or whatever, eh?
Just go and help in the shed.
Yeah, hard out. That's a good one. Do you weld with your right or left hand?
Oh, both.
Done. Both-handed welds. How did you find the Super Saloon class and why didn't you continue with it?
Super Saloon class was very competitive. To be fair, I think it was probably more of a driver's class. You actually had to be skillful to pass someone. Like in this game, if you get sick of trying to pass them, you just drive them in the wall, you know. You're not really appreciated in Super Saloons if you do that. So I didn't continue with it purely. I need another car. I think I drove my one to its limit, as in where the adjustment was, four link wise and torsions. Big cost factor, you know. You have a little prang up and there's $5,000 going, you know.
Yeah.
It's quite extreme. It's probably more work in a saloon than there is in Superstocks, you know, to keep them maintained and going. A general thing was just go back to smashing and bashing.
Yeah, well, you're good at it. Smashing, bashing, and freaking still racing around for the checker. But I completely agree. I got that question just a fair bit lately, and some of the same things was like time in the shed was huge. Sometimes I put myself in the wall a little bit. You know, times when completely unavoidable, and you've got all this damage, and it's hours in the shed. It's $5,000 to $10,000 worth of bucks, you know, from a race or from a meeting. And like, not to say you don't get it in these, but the chances, the risk is nowhere near, I suppose, comparable in the class. With what you've achieved, do you ever still get nervous going into a championship or teams racing?
No, not really. To be fair, it's probably just second nature. I've done it that long now, like I'm coming up 30, I've been doing it since I was 12.
Yeah.
It's been more of my life in it than out of it, so.
Far out, there has, eh?
Yeah.
You've had more freaking life in the seat racing around than you've had freaking doing anything else.
Yeah.
Why did you go back to a G?
Why did I go back to a G? Just differences. Things changed hands. There was a change of guard within the club. There's no ill feeling. It was just I wanted to go racing where I wanted to go racing, and at the end of the day, it's my race car.
Yep.
I wasn't going to be told where I can and can't go, you know.
Yep.
You invest $200,000 into something, you want to be able to go do what you want with it. So I parted ways with Kiki nicely, I guess, in the way of communication, and they signed it off and I went racing, you know. Like, it was a whole lot harder ways to go about it, but it'd been a great 5 years. I enjoyed my time there, but it wasn't ill-fated to go to Gisborne. It was purely I wanted to go racing one weekend and I wasn't allowed unless I went to Kiki, so I was like, well, I've already booked my accommodation to go somewhere. I've got a family now, like it's not 5 minutes to just go somewhere, so I just called it quits and just did what I had to do for myself, I think, and enjoyed again. You know?
I mean, I started with you and Kiki.
Yeah.
A whole lot of others did. I think you were the last left out of the first start.
I think, I was one of the only ones left.
I think you were the last left, bro, out of the first start. So, freaking, for all the Kiki freaking kings that started as, you know, longest term. So, what was your first ever event in what class? I mean, we've got to say mini stocks, right?
Yeah, obviously mini
and
stocks.
where was you racing your mini stock, bro?
Palmerston North.
Palmerston North, Puma Junior.
Yeah, Puma Junior. I think I was what were they?
White dot.
Yeah, like literally just a novice, like absolutely shit until I last year mini stocks didn't win nothing.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So it's actually funny. Did you mould into mini stocks like how you've moulded into the rest of the career over like?
Nah.
Were you sort of straight in and you know what I mean, like sort of setting from the start, or were you?
Nah, I was talking to my wife about it the other night. There's a lot of pressure. I think Peter Rees, your dad, you know, and he's won this and he's done that, and it was like, yeah, nervous 12-year-old little boy going out there, and like, yeah, I was just shit for like ages.
Yeah,
like,
I couldn't just, I almost remember, bro, that you just didn't even see over the steering wheel.
Nah,
Like,
I was like looking through the steering wheel.
I'm sure you, like it just had to be like a freaking Y with like the whole quarter open, because you were like looking through. Yeah. We know that it's mini stocks. We all started there. We were talking about Speedway, but the question actually brought a good yarn. So cheers for that. Whoever came up with that one. 2 more to go. Other than Gizzy and Kiki, what would be another track you'd like to register?
I suppose you'd never say never, but I don't think you'd base it on the track per se. It'd be the club and the environment and the build-up. You know, the guys. And where you were running this weekend was probably one of them. You know, Wanganui. They're a great bunch of guys, great little club, doing great things for for themselves. You know, like putting a lot of effort in, and they're building a great foundation with young drivers. So the potential's there for a big future. You know, I'm in the older scale of that now. You know, like I used to look and go on the young fella on, but I wake up on Sunday sore. You know, I'm the older guy in the game too. So Wanganui's probably right up there, you know, good club vibes and just, all around good people.
And localish to
where I am,
And to do a bit of a wrap up, seeing everything that you've achieved over all of the classes in your Speedway career, what are your personal Speedway goals for the future?
Trying to get that hat trick type thing where you get all the Grand Slam.
The Grand Slammer,
So I only need 2 more things for that in the Superstock class.
What are they?
240s and GP, I think.
Have you not won the 240s?
No, I've got third.
That makes me smile so much. It's the only thing I can say that fucking I've won and you haven't, eh?
You didn't even win it in your car.
Bro, that is on. Have you not won that?
Nah.
I'm going to make sure that might stay there. It's the only thing that I've got.
No, that's right.
What's the other one? 240s and...
GP.
And GP?
I've had
interesting.
2.
But you've placed second.
Twice.
Was it? Twice, eh?
Twice in the GP.
In the GP.
And third this year. I got third this year in the GP.
Yeah. I got a memory of something. I think you third. I think you placed third at the 240s, or wasn't it?
Yeah, third years ago. Yeah.
I remember a podium at the 240s. Do you need to get the South Islands?
Nah.
That's not part of the little...
So I've won the North Islands and got second in that as well. And
yep.
I can't remember what I placed in the South Islands when I raced down there. It might have been second maybe. So that's just not in the Grand Slam. But it's obviously another tally to the chart. So.
Yeah. Hard outs. Like say maybe it's that Grand Slam, and then from there it's sort of like what else can
I
suppose ticked off to that
level,
achievement. Eh? Yeah, no, wicked. That pretty much signs us all out. So cheers everyone for watching. It's been freaking wicked having Asher come down. Like say he's travelled a bit, turned up in, I don't know, some summer clothes from Foxton, bro. He's a bit chilled down in Upper Hutt, but it's appreciate your time here, man, coming down and catching up with us and spending some time on the car to share, your experience with it. You've definitely already shared it all with me. Everything we've gone over, I sort of got a good understanding of it all, and I use it. But to hear it from you for others and still teach me more of what I didn't know, spot my freaking damage and a few other things as well in the car, bro. It's pretty cool, man, for you to come down. I appreciate it. Haven't even really talked to you much over the years of changing class, but from what you've done, bro, is achieving wise, and whether it's freaking building them, whether it's setting them up, helping others, obviously racing them, it's wicked, man. So they're good thanks and congratulations obviously from me. Cheers for coming down, and we'll definitely just catch you trackside, and hopefully just know I'm not in the same freaking heat as Asher, because I ain't doing no 240s freaking stop you or anything, bro. Get back out there together, and freaking have some racing and smiles and fucking hot dogs and
spin some laps.
Well, not hot dogs, but you know what I mean.
You'll get a hot dog.
Spin some laps, bro. But awesome, man. Cheers for coming down.
Easy.
Sweet, bro.
Well done.